And SWA Golden Child 2 going live. Sponsored by Kurt Angle tonight.
As always.
I've been stuck in a loop for 10 minutes or so, which has been great. I am heavily concerned that Nomad is around because I know that he said it was 4 a.m. and he is in the chat.
Yeah, Tomato as well is also Europe, I believe. So props to y'all, dedication.
Yeah, hopefully they got a nap in before waking up that early, or they're just still awake. If I'm going to see 4 a.m., it's more likely that I am still awake from the day before than up. But we have 3 Golden Trial matches tonight. It's round 2 of the round robin tournament, and important stakes for all competitors as we prepare to go live here. We'll take the cue from the new round of song, but it is time for that indeed. But yeah, we've got let's see. We're gonna kick things off tonight with Warren Windham taking on DDT. We've got Diego Mercer, the Phoenix, taking on Al Sebastian and El Puma against the Crow in our final match. We kicked off the tournament last week. Same format, 3 matches on a Golden Trial specific episode, followed by 1 on our main card. This week's match on episode 32 will be Painwrecker versus Captain Tiger Marsh, who both won in the first round. The only matchup, in fact, in our second set of matches between 2 competitors who won their first match.
Yeah, and this, you mentioned, big stakes here tonight. This is kind of when you see the pack start to separate a bit. It's round robin, so everybody gets a shot at everyone else in their block. And, we have 2 blocks of 4 competitors, but you get a win, maybe a loss in that first match. There's still time for things to kind of break either way for you. You get that second match under your belt, and you start to kind of see the cream rise to the top here. Last year when we had the Golden Trial tournament, each block had an undefeated competitor. That still could happen. There's a chance, and I think tonight will kind of indicate for us if that's a real possibility.
Yeah, and last year it was last season it was Eric Draven and Painwrecker who went through their respective sides undefeated. That's still on the table for Painwrecker. As I mentioned, he'll be on our main episode 32 card tomorrow night, starting at the same time as tonight, 9 p.m. Central. And it's not the case for Eric Draven, who's going to go in our third match here tonight. He dropped his match last week to Captain Tiger Marsh, and will be seeking a win tonight against El Puma. As you mentioned, 3-0 competitors last year. That's not guaranteed this season, and 1 loss and you're still in this thing. 2 losses though, and you are officially out of contention, although you will likely finish your matches out. It's kind of win or go home tonight for Daniel Drake Thomas here. He dropped his match last week against the Phoenix, and what somewhat might say was a bit of an upset. He's got
a bit of surprise victory for sure.
A tall order tonight against former SWA World Champion Warren Windham, who won his first match and conserved energy doing so. Got himself a count-out victory against Al Sebastian on our main card last week. Didn't take him hardly any time at all, or any real offense or defense. Just a 10-second count-out. Kept Al out of the ring, got in at the last second. He's fresh and ready to go. DDT's coming off a loss, and a win for Windham effectively eliminates Daniel Drake Thomas from contention here, but a win from DDT, and chaos still is on the table, as it will bring him and Windham both to 1-1.
Yeah, it really is kind of win or go home. But also it's interesting because we've seen, like you said, Windham with a very quick win, sort of minimal effort expended. Some would call that a cheap win. I think Windham would call it efficient. But on the other side with Thomas, a surprise loss, perhaps. Though not to a bad competitor. Mercer is a great competitor, but it was also a hard-fought battle. It was not kind of as quick and in and out as Windham's match. So not only is DDT coming off a loss, but he's also tired, probably feeling the pain still. And this really is kind of all on the line for him here. This is a big match and a lot at stake.
Yeah, not really a bad, as Windham starts this thing off in a hurry. Not really a bad loss in this tournament. The level of competition this season has been elevated to really just the top of the card. We've got a handful of competitors inside the top 10 of our power rankings in this thing. It's the best of the best, and that's what we've seen already so far and what I expect we'll see here tonight. We've actually seen Windham and Thomas go head-to-head once before. It was all the way back in episode 2, the beginnings of the SWA.
Oh, blocks a suplex.
Warren Windham
Great reversal.
Was the winner in that match, and he's the loser of that suplex exchange there.
Yeah, it was a great reversal by DDT. Windham back on top. You mentioned the level of competition here. They say to be the man, you got to beat the man. But in order to fight the man, you got to beat all the other men who are right at the top contending for that spot. The winner of this tournament gets a shot at the SWA World Championship. And you got to earn that spot because everybody wants some. And, guys like Windham looking to get back. Oh, my.
What
dump to the outside.
Strong counter from Thomas. It looked like Windham was trying to clothesline him straight out of the ring, and instead it's Windham that's dumped out. And Thomas better look out. Windham got a win outside of there last week. He's not going to get one, at least now, as Thomas and Warren get back inside the ring.
Yeah, DDT, obviously a guy who does his homework. I think that's been very apparent for a long time. And he will have studied the match footage from last week, all like 2 minutes of it or whatever. But I don't think that Warren Windham is going to get by on another count-out victory.
We're seeing Thomas here start to focus a body part. He has done some damage to the arms of Warren Windham. Now he's stretching them out a bit.
A little work on the leg as well.
Could we see him maybe look for... No, he's going for a pinfall here. Gets a 1 count.
A little too early in my book, but you're right. He's targeting some limbs. He's really focusing his offense here. And looking to wear down the big man, Warren Windham.
Could be setting him up, for a submission. Of course, DDT has 11 singles wins, all of them coming via submission. He is 11-6, 7th in our power rankings. And surprisingly, the underdog here against the 12-3 Warren Windham, who sits 4th in the power rankings and once held the world title. Although DDT is currently one half of the tag team champions with Dirty Deeds and Tomio Yamaguchi.
Yeah, indeed. And, both these guys have a championship pedigree. One in singles, one in tag, but they both know what they're doing, what it takes to win a championship. And for Warren Windham, it's a pop-up Samoan drop like that.
Big clothesline from Warren. Trying to get some momentum heading his way. He is moving with some elevated pace and power here. Big spine buster.
Yeah, this is not looking good if your name is Daniel Drake Thomas. Big splash.
Splash into a cover, wasting no time, but it's a 2 count. Kicked out by Thomas.
And that doesn't happen often if you're Warren Windham. Goes for the running elbow drop.
Super heavyweight using his body effectively here. Big splash and then an elbow drop. Working on the down Thomas, who is fighting back to his feet and taking down Windham to the mat.
Yeah, he is. He's really, showing he can stand. Some hot single leg action, but an immediate break as DDT gets the ropes.
And the SLA from Windham, but Thomas got out quickly, but he's in a terrible position here. Sheer drop, dumped right on the top of the head, and Windham's going right into the cover, and he's got it. Just like that, sheer drop puts away Daniel Drake Thomas and ends his hopes of winning the Golden Trial.
Indeed, mathematically, he will not win his block now. That's a shame, but a great performance nonetheless from DDT. Warren Windham moves on 2-0. Got one more match left in the block. Can he go undefeated this year?
Rolling right through so far, and hasn't taken a lot out of him so far either, and that's going to help him as we progress further into this tournament. He's looking like an early favorite for sure, the first person to go 2-0 and get himself a big win, put himself in a great position. He will control his own destiny next week as he will face off against Diego Mercer, who is coming up in this match here. Windham can go through undefeated if he gets another win. We'll see if Mercer meets him there at 2-0 as well, or if he and Al Sebastian split the difference and both go 1-1 into next week.
Yeah, that'd be a really interesting matchup. We saw it last season as well. We saw the finals of at least one block was two undefeated competitors, and that sort of became the favorite. But no small order ahead of Diego Mercer here, as he's going to have to fight his way through Big Al Sebastian.
The hip and modern Sebastian making his way to the ring. Much like Windham was a former champ and has, since dropped another opportunity to get that title back. Al Sebastian had a shot at the title once before as well, and came up short against Domingo Cervantes. He also recently was a member of that triple threat title match when Luke Thompson took the world championship away from Tomio Yamaguchi. So Sebastian's got himself in the mix and is looking to do so once more if he can get a win here tonight. Similar situation to DDT, though. A loss here, and Al Sebastian is effectively eliminated.
See the flames hit, and here comes his opponent. Diego Mercer, already 1-0 in this tournament, looking to make it 2-0. Meet Warren Windham next week as an undefeated competitor. And I mean, you might say it's an outside shot, but what else does Diego Mercer specialize in beyond outside shots?
Master of resiliency for sure, and I think he was counted out a little bit heading into this tournament. Put himself in a great position with a big win last week over DDT, and has the opportunity to, much like Windham, control his own destiny here. If he puts himself over Sebastian, he has a meeting with Windham, both of them 2-0, win and go through to the finals of the Golden Trial. But he's got to be thinking tonight. He can't be looking ahead. It's Big Al that he's got to be worried about here, getting a win in the first place to put himself in that great position that he could be in.
Big Al offering a little sportsmanship before this huge match.
Oh, and then a strong right when he doesn't get the handshake returned.
Yeah, not particularly grateful for being snubbed, and the ref, chides him before ringing the bell.
Interesting start. Sebastian coming in, sort of feigning sportsmanship, perhaps. Maybe he really meant it, but Mercer not going for it, and I don't know, maybe pays the price there.
Big Al rolls to the outside, Mercer follows, and immediately Al looking to use the environment. Remember here, Big Al lost last week via countout. He's got to keep that in mind.
Oh,
as he reverses that Hurricane Rana into a power bomb.
Yeah, Sebastian knows what can happen here if you don't pay attention to the time. I'm surprised that he's even out here this long at this point.
Yeah, he genuinely, he's risking a lot here.
Sending boots to the chest of Mercer. We're at a 7 count indeed, and Al is still going to work. Mercer sends him off the apron.
Uh-oh.
And inside the ring we go at an 8 count. Ref swallowed the whistle there for the last 3 count.
Yeah, it was a real courteous decision. I think maybe a judgment call, hoping to give these guys a real chance, not force them to lose via count out.
Nice arm drag there from Phoenix. Looking for an arm bar now, working on the left.
Trying to stretch
Sebastian.
it, can't get it.
Ooh, the Phoenix misses the clothesline, and he's draped over that middle rope.
Beautiful drop toe hold by Big Al there.
Oh, my. Direct connection with the knee while he was draped over the ropes, but Mercer is back to his feet in a hurry. Mercer doing some damage to the single left leg of Al Sebastian.
Dragging him to the middle. What's he thinking here? Oh,
Looking
didn't
for
really
a
drag
cover.
him far enough. It's real close to the ropes, but
It's just a
won't
one
matter.
count. Sebastian easily kicks his way out of that.
Quick strikes, but Big Al using that power game to really wail on Diego Mercer here.
Sebastian shoots the leg. Nice takedown. Now he's looking for a cover. He gets a 1 count. Both pin attempts a little bit lackadaisical from what we've seen so far, but he's now wrenching on the neck of Diego Mercer in the center of the ring. The Phoenix slips out of it.
Yeah, nice job slipping out, grabbing the leg to get a little extra leverage.
Ooh,
Into
nice
the corner.
shoulder delivered right to the midsection twice from Mercer in the corner.
Now going over the top, guillotine leg drop
Mercer
on the neck.
returning the favor with the offense on the middle rope. He's now looking for a cover. It's another 1 count.
Gonna need a little something extra. Mercer got to get the special sauce, and there it
missile
is.
Drop kick. Got all of it. A Diego Mercer specialty, but Big Al is back to his feet in a hurry.
Yeah, nice little judo hip toss there. Big Al really feeling it here. Goes to the leg, maybe slow down the speedy Mercer. Oh, and hangs him up on the ropes.
Another good counter on a clothesline attempt from Mercer. Al Sebastian seems to have that scouted well here tonight.
Mercer here with some quick strikes on offense. Using that striking speed. Picks up Big Al.
Sebastian draped in the corner. The trio woe, and he's moving away from him here.
Oh, no.
Mercer is going up top. He put away DDT last week with a similar maneuver and gets every bit of it.
Coast to coast, right on the shiny dome of Big Al Sebastian.
Double boots to the head of Sebastian. It's what he used to get a win over DDT. Is it enough to put away Sebastian here tonight? Ref is there for the cover. 1, 2, and no. Shoulders up.
Slow count ref, man. This ref is being very nice to Al Sebastian, I gotta say.
Looked
Is
like
it
was
hip and
over.
hip and modern to pay off the ref, or
Could be. But Big Al is still alive somehow, some way. In this match, it looked like it was over.
Big Al here getting some ideas? What's he thinking? Lifting him up.
A wheelbarrow. Oh, smashes him face first. And he's looking
There
for
it is.
more.
That glam slam stretch, but
Mercer's
breaks
out of it
out.
in a hurry. Thought he was going to tap. Instead, he drives the elbow into the face of Al Sebastian.
Indeed. Great counter from that glam slam stretch, but Big Al. Oh, goes for the low blow, and that will be it.
And
Big Al loses by DQ.
Big Al is over 2 on 2 disqualifications in the Golden Trial Tournament. Diego Mercer is 2-0.
And just like that, next week we got a matchup between 2 undefeated competitors.
Yeah, and it's for all the marbles on that division. Diego Mercer will meet Warren Windham, both competitors at 2-0, win and go through to the Golden Trial Finals. What a showdown. Cannot believe what we just saw Sebastian disqualified in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, and I suppose technically it was a disqualification, but I think last week you could argue was not really Al's fault. Windham sort of beat him up and left him for dead right at the death of the count. This one was his fault.
Yeah, hard to argue that the blame is not pinned on Sebastian there. Ref got a pretty good view of it. Maybe he thought the ref had turned around for longer there, but he did not get away with that one at all. And Big Al falls to 0-2. Will no longer have an opportunity to win in the Golden Trial. No chance for him to potentially get a shot at the World Championship again.
And that's a shame. Big Al will have to wait his turn. Meanwhile, our final matchup of the night, out first, El Puma, another former Rumble winner, looking to, I say another, I suppose Al Sebastian didn't end up winning the Rumble, although he was close. Another former title competitor, I suppose we could say, looking to get back to that highest of highs in the SWA.
Yeah, and to do it tonight, he's got to go over Eric Draven, who has also had a title opportunity. Really, a lot of former champs and people with chances that we've seen makes the Mercer win stand out even further, as he has a chance to get his first shot at a title. But for Puma and Draven here tonight, they both lost last week. So not only is it a win or go home, but it's it's critical to get a win here to even have a chance at still staying alive.
It really is. Yeah, this is a big one. Both guys 0-1. Draven coming off of an incredible performance in last year's Golden Trial. Puma not a contestant last year, but really looking to make a name for himself. Like I said, trying to get back to that highest of highs, competing for the World Championship. Both these guys got a lot to prove, and this match really means it all because, as we've noted already,
kind of came out of nowhere, made a name for himself, now finds himself in the top 10 of the power rankings. That's the kind of opportunity that the Golden Trial provides, and it's the one that I think Puma is seeking. Draven looking to push himself further up the card as well. I think it's safe to say that as of now, before this match even begins, Diego Mercer has been the most direct benefit of that Golden Trial push. He's really getting his name out there and winning over the audience and the fans here with a strong performance so far, even though he's going to have a tough matchup next week against Warren Windham.
You will indeed, but yeah, much like Draven last year and, continuing on since then, Mercer has really shown us what he's capable of. We've gotten to really showcase him in this tournament. We've seen a lot of him and seen the depths of his resilience, not unlike Draven, and I think it's a great thing to call out. We've really seen incredible performances, and I think we'll continue to see more.
And for our final match here tonight, our second week of Golden Trial action, it's perhaps El Puma who has the most to gain amongst tournament competitors here. Currently the lowest on the power rankings, and he's starting off strong with a Hurricane Rana to get things going.
Yeah, he is the lowest, although if I recall, he was somewhere around 14 or 15. So, as we've noted, all these guys pretty high in the power rankings. Nice little step up in Zaguri there. These guys obviously all top-tier competitors. Puma definitely with the most to gain from this tournament and needs a win here to really gain much.
Yeah, and at 0-1, the win is critical here. They'll need to win tonight and next week, and potentially either secure a win or hope for a loss, depending on who comes away victorious tomorrow night on episode 32 between Painwrecker and Marsh, who will be heading into the final week at 2-0 in this division. Puma going to work in the corner on Draven there with a couple of stomps, but the Crow with a counter is back to his feet and takes Puma off of his.
It's interesting. Both these guys, a little on the smaller side. Draven a cruiserweight, Puma a light heavyweight. Both, a bit more of the lucha libre style, very flippy, acrobatic, heavy on reversals. They often find themselves in matches where they're sort of the underdog, either size-wise or strength-wise, something like that. Similar styles here, similar sizes. Curious to see how that's going to affect this matchup and how they compete against one another.
Yeah, pretty even match here in terms of the raw measurables.
Puma tried for corner.
Pinfall there. You only got a 1 count. Offense has been a lot of Puma so far, but we've seen Draven before hang in a match for a long time, stay alive, and then do some damage. He's on the receiving end there of a little sunset flip powerbomb.
Indeed, and both these guys, very skilled at the art of reversal, taking your opponent's momentum.
Another 1 count.
Yeah, just a 1 count. Like I was saying, both these guys great at taking their opponent's momentum and redirecting it, but you got to do a little more damage if you want to get a pin on a guy like Eric Draven. Noted for his resilience.
Puma kind of trying to reposition Draven here. Draven fights out of that hold, and it's going to try to capitalize, maybe get some offense going his way.
Body slam, going to work on the arm a little bit. Interesting choice, Draven, with a standing shooting star press. Draven, not really much of a submission guy, but really targeting that one limb.
Yeah,
right
really
arm of
has
Puma.
It out for the right arm of El Puma there. A trio of offensive maneuvers targeting that area. It's Puma now working on the apron. Oh, and it's a power bomb to the outside. Hard impact on the mat, the outside of the ring, but Draven's already fighting back.
Again, more reversals on both sides. Oh, and into the post. Caught some apron, caught some post, maybe a little bit of the stairs. Those steel steps, they're very painful. Puma goes for a little spinning.
Count. Both competitors back inside, though. We're not going to have another count-out disqualification. Oh, ref takes
watch
some
out,
of that.
Ref. A Gamengiri for Puma. Maybe looking for his signature cartwheel moonsault, but this could be bad news.
Gets all of it. Ref is staggering back to his feet just in time to see the cover. Puma's going for the win here. 1-2 and no. Kicked out by Draven.
Oh, Puma could have been real frustrated there, but instead he's turning it around, going straight up top, maybe looking for that moon stomp. That's a long way to cover.
Oh, goes for the elbow drop, but Draven gets out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what a catch.
Draven mid-air, going for the leg lariat. Puma again thinking about going up top. Can't find a way around the ref. Draven already staggering to his feet, perhaps? No, he stays on his back.
And it's Puma looking for the moon stomp. He got all of it.
Oh, man, just knocked the wind right out of you. All that weight crushing down on your abdomen, your diaphragm, pushing the air out of your lungs.
Repositions the Crow, looking for the count, and gets all of it. 1, 2, and 3. El Puma advances with a win, and the Crow has been eliminated from contention in the Golden Trial Tournament.
And what a performance by Puma. We talked about he stands to gain the most from the Golden Trial this year, and that really was an all-or-nothing moment for him. This match had it all on the line and was everything. And Puma not done yet.
Puma chases Draven out and sends him off the apron.
Not
the Crow
done
was just
yet.
trying to no.
Oh no!
Into the
you know what they say about
steps.
the step?
They do not sell much, and El Puma does not care. Finishes us off in mean fashion, I guess you could say. El Puma gets a win and then some little extracurricular there. Takes down Eric Draven. A big win for Puma. He'll go head-to-head next week with Captain Tiger Marsh, who we will see tomorrow night against Painwrecker on episode 32. We're also going to see Songgrace take on Luke Thompson for the SWA World title. He has officially announced that he is cashing in the Path to Glory briefcase. We'll also have some other great single action tag team match between New Era and the Disciples of Gray, along with Triple G himself. We'll see all that next week, or tomorrow, rather, next episode. Thanks for coming out tonight. Once again, Warren Windham got himself a nice win. We saw a crazy finish in that match between Diego Mercer and Sebastian. And El Puma gets a win over Eric Draven. We'll see.